Welcome back, everybody. This is the thejonnymar, and I am continuing with Soul Nomad and the World Eaters. In the last episode, we took out Thuris, the World Eater, and we unlocked a couple of brand new things, and that is a new room called the Cauldron. Is that what it was called? And also a new character class. So the Cauldron gives you 50% of stamina return when you summon. And the red flank, as you might expect, is a melee class. So they are roughly the same as a knight, a little bit stronger, but also weak in the kind of magic resistance, and not the greatest in defense either. So I may or may not start incorporating them into my party. I will be incorporating the brand new storyline character, and that is Grunsford. But that'll take a little time for me to do that. In the meantime, we are going to be continuing with the main storyline, and we're going to get the fallout from our fight with Thuris and kind of see what happened since then. So let us head back to the town of Muku. Head into the small church eventually, but there should be some new dialogue with the different citizens. And we kind of find out that a lot of the people that were in Thuris, the town of Thuris that is, not the actual World Eater. He didn't have people inside of him, I don't think. But basically they came out of the desert, kind of shocked and awed. They didn't really know what was going on, so they've kind of worked their way into Muku here. And apparently they were a little freaked out here in Muku when Dinette kind of just took off in the air in a bubble. And they got some donation of money. I wonder what that was about. Do we know anyone who came into a bunch of money recently? That perhaps made us guilty by association? But yeah, this town is putting all of that new income to good use. They are kind of building up their defenses to protect themselves. Except, obviously, the covered woman is still too focused on herself. But let's head to the church.
Ah, yes. Some kind soul came out of nowhere and left us all this. And they asked for very little in return. So we used it to rebuild the defenses for the village. I couldn't believe it. They only asked for 10% of the market price for everything. We're very thankful. And I know it's not much, but we wanted to give you a gift in return for your help the other day.
Sweet, I like gifts. Exalted one.
Huh? This is...
It's the Thuris cult emblem.
Could it be?
It's exactly the kind of thing Indorf would do.
Father, you know where these goods came from? I think you do.
All things physical and spiritual must cycle throughout the world. Just as water is cleansed by ascending to the heavens and falling back down to earth as purified rain.
So you're saying the gods themselves won't intervene?
In my experience, no. No god will look after those who refuse to stand and think for themselves. The will of the gods tells us to do good, to act with meaning, to not stand still and grow stagnant.
Grow stagnant, huh?
That's a good metaphor. Goes well with the water one, too. I like it.
You would, pond scum. You've got water on the brain. You're obsessed, really.
We've been granted this one chance to stand against our aggressors. So we will not wait to accept our fate and call it a blessing. Instead, we will shift fate according to our will and consider it a greater blessing to do so. This is in accordance with the will of the gods. This is how we show our devotion to them.
Let's talk about the cult.
I see. We may look to different gods, but we cannot stand idly by while those lost souls seek salvation. I'll try to help them as best I can. All flows from the guidance of the gods of Apis.
All right then. So that's our first scene. Here comes another.
Oh, you there, Vitali, I believe. You disappeared for a while there, didn't you?
Of course not. I was there the whole time. For some reason, people seem to lose track of me. You must be mistaken. Oh, look there. Here comes a Nereid.
Huh.
Commander Juno? What's wrong? Is Pen okay? He's not hurt, is he?
Please, calm down, Juno.
Oh, no. I have a message from Queen Alexemia. A civil war has broken out in Raide. Please return immediately for further details. Oh, and Pen is anxiously awaiting your return.
I have to go right now, if you'll excuse me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's a little overprotective, if that wasn't clear before. But let's find out a little bit more about this civil war in Raide. We're gonna have to head into the city. But first I'm gonna save, of course, and now we'll head in. This is kind of weird. You want to watch the cutscenes, and then you want to find out what happened in Raide. Because otherwise you're just going to get a very shortened version of this story. Now, unfortunately, this is not voiced. It's just going to be a lot of dialogue that's written. You find out Thorndyke led a night assault on the Coral Tower and took an item housed there, which happened to be a Crimson Tear, which, as you might remember, is a violation of the law of the land. You're not supposed to own one. And that is the proof that the king was lying to the people. Thorndyke was kind of struck by this, and he called an assembly. You'd think this would be voiced, but it's not.
What is this?
Who does he think he is?
Other than the incredulousness in the background by the random legislators. We have a slip of paper that proves that he ordered it.
He must be heard. He must be heard.
He must be heard. The Great Bird of Raide. Wonder what kind of bird it is.
It's a lie.
How dare you? No,
Could it be? No, it must be true.
I don't know, I didn't really hear any madams in there, did you? Sounded like mostly men voices. Turns out the chairman was the former Royal Mage Gooden. So, he can attest to that this is an actual Crimson Tear. And there's a Another royal mage named Hild or Hildy. Or Hild, I suppose. Who I guess took over control of the royal magician from the chairman here. And it's still a little bit of a bruise for the chairman. To control the World Eater. Everybody wants power. And now we find out that maybe the king was kind of in cahoots with him this whole time. There's some massive shoulder pads on Thorndyke's armor. Sounds like something a king would do.
This is insane. We must act. Show us this is insane.
Seems like a chairman. That legislator one is not on Thorndyke's side. Whoever it is. Indeed. Legislate.
Put down your weapon! Stop it! What is the meaning of this?
What's all this then? Oh no.
Leave me alone! You're breaking the law!
I like that. You're breaking the law. Like armed guards care. Especially the Knights of the King, apparently. Oh yeah. They're gonna care about your laws. I'm sure they're gonna do exactly what you say. So they are here to arrest Thorndyke.
He must be heard. He must be heard.
Boy, without the change in the name from guard to guard leader, we wouldn't be able to tell the difference, would we? And apparently, at some point, Thorndyke gave the Crimson Tear to the chairman. I'm sure that will go well for him. Nothing bad could possibly happen. We're all law-abiding citizens. Uh-huh. That's right, reason with them. That always works. I'm sure they're just gonna walk away now. You've given them a good tongue lashing. He's so idealistic. Yeah, that's what I figured was gonna happen. Come on, you didn't think the knights would actually just stand by. Oh, now Legislator 1 is on our side. Yes, yes, it's morally reprehensible, but it gets the job done. Poor chairman. Never saw it coming, for whatever reason. Uh-huh. That's called rationalization. Or maybe you've been driven mad by the Crimson Tier. You had to do what was right, Thorndyke. But this is putting into motion some events that are going to change the political landscape of this world forever. We're going to learn more about that in my next episode. So as always, viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. And next time we find out what the aftermath is of Thorndyke's plan at the Raide Oceanside. So long.